community of Kulgona in the East Mamprusi municipality is located less than 40 kilometers east of the regional capital, Nalirgu, situated on the extreme left of the village of Kolenvai along the Nalirgu-Bintiri road. The road that runs through Kulgona is being seen as the shortest alternative to travel from the regional capital to the easternmost parts of the region, including the Yunyo and the Cherponi districts. The road is, however, rarely used by motorists due to the lack of a bridge over a river at the eastern outskirts of the community, which often renders it immotorable during rainy season. Since the rains began, school children on this part of the community have been asked to stay at home. Their parents are worried and plead with the authorities to fix the bridges. We can't allow our children to continue to risk their way to school every day. We can no longer access healthcare facility in Nalirgu.
We are appealing to government to come to our aid to refill it so that people can access healthcare, and students in particular can also pass through the bridge to school.
The situation has also severely impacted socio-economic activities, with startups and small businesses being threatened, whilst access to the most basic needs such as food items and pharmaceutical products becoming a challenge day by day in the community.
If the rain, if I went to Seconds or if I want to Kumasi and bring my ATM, in fact, we can drive the neighbor.
On a regular market day, you see many cars here. And as I speak now, no car can pass there.
The chief of the community said his people and many other Concomba communities were yet to benefit from the creation of the new region. The school building is in shambles, and the marketplace is nothing to write home about. We have been neglected. We haven't benefited. Nalirgu for Joy News, Ilyas Sutanko reporting.
So that report you just saw by Ilyas Sutanko from the Northeast region, detailing some socioeconomic activities that have impeded because of a bridge. So let me take you now to the Northeast region, that is East Mamprusi, where a collapsed bridge is having dire consequences on their ability to access healthcare and education. Ilyasu Tanko joins us now. Ilyasu, thanks for joining the conversation and bringing us the story. Now, what more can you tell us about this bridge that is impeding the smooth flow of activities in that community?
Well, the bridge links these particular communities and several others, at least about 17 other communities. It connects these communities to the Northeast regional capital, Nalirgu, which is about some 40 kilometers away, and other parts of the country. In fact, the road that connects these particular communities is seen as the shortest alternative when you're traveling from the region to the eastern part of the region. I mean, the Yunyu, the Bunkurgu, and the Cherponi district. This route is widely seen as the shortest alternative. But like we saw in that particular report, this particular route has largely been abandoned. Motorists are not able to use it, especially during the rainy season. There is a bridge or there is a river that runs through the eastern part or outskirts of that particular community, and there is no bridge over this particular river. And so anytime it rains, the area gets flooded and the road is cut off. Now, what is happening is that there is a particular bridge in the center of the Kulgona community, and the other one that is also at the western exit of the community. So when you're coming from Nalirgu, the bridge that is just at the entrance of that particular the community is now also cut off, and then the one that is also found in the middle or the center of the community has also damage. And we understand this damage occurred in August of last year, and the situation still remains the same as we speak. Since the resumption of the rains, day-to-day activities in the community has almost become a standstill. school children on the other side of the community are not able to go to school, which is located on one side of the community.
And Eliasu, that's very important information, but please hold for me. We have the MCE for East Mamprusi on the line with us. He's Abdullah Issa Chimsi. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, this 40-kilometer road and, the unavailability of a bridge that is impeding the access, socioeconomic activities in the community. Are you aware of it, one? And two, what are you currently doing about it? Mr. Abdullah Issa, please unmute and speak to us.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. My question to you was, are you aware about the lack of a bridge or unavailability of, access to healthcare and other socioeconomic activities in East Mamprusi community because of that bridge? And what are you doing about it? Mr. Abdullah Issa, yes, okay, go ahead. I think there's a delay, right?
Yes, yes, I am aware of the Kulgona Bridge or bridges issue. Yes, I took over office last February this year, and I've visited the community 2 consecutive times. So, in fact, looking at the stream, there are about 3 streams that separate some of the communities around that area to the adjoining communities on the highway from Nalergu to Bintiri. So we have made a lot of efforts. You can see from the center bridge where your camera shoot that the assembly together with the stakeholders works on the bridge, especially the one inside town. However, the position and the nature of that culvert where it was sited has made it difficult. When you compact it, it easily washes away. And so it needs...
I want to understand what you're saying. First of all, you said you're making some efforts. What is being washed away? Are you saying when you build the bridge, the river washes it away? Are you using concrete? What? I want clarity on that. What are you talking about?
Yes, I'm saying you can just see some gravel. Those bridges were gravelled and compacted. But the strength of that stream, washed it away. The gravel, exposing it and making it unmovable. And so it needs serious attention, which is beyond that of the assembly's capacity.
Okay, so if it's beyond your assembly's capacity...
We have reported this issue to... I've been to the side with highways.
Mr. Issa, I don't know if you can hear me. I was asking that using gravels is just a makeshift way of letting people access these roads, but it's not a permanent solution to the issue. And you say you've been making some efforts, and it's beyond the jurisdiction or the capacity of your assembly. So my question to you is, how have you escalated this to the appropriate authorities who can actually fix this? So school children can't go to school.
Yeah, so I was just saying that you can contact or speak with my regional highways authority and that of the regional Federal department. These 2 agencies have been to the site, and it has been captured as one of the critical routes in the East Mamprusi municipality. There are a number of rules that makes movement, traveling difficult for the people of East Mamprusi, especially the rural folks, to access the urban centers. And so Kulgona Strait is one of the critical routes that has been captured, and this has been brought to the attention of the authority. And plans are far advanced. My last check with these rules agencies, it has been submitted to the Ministry of Rules.
Okay.
And is awaiting maybe approval for a contractor to move to site to work on this bridge or this culvert. It's really a serious challenge for the people living around the strait and similar other routes within the municipality.
Right.
It's not the only route actually, but since this one has come up, that is how far I've handled this issue since I took over office.
Do you have timelines that you're working with? You said the Ministry of Roads has assured you. What timelines are you working with?
Well, let me make myself clear again. I said I have contacted the other road department, that is highways.
Okay, Ministry of Highways, Roads and Highways.
No, yes, so Highways Authority.
Okay.
Then feeder routes. Ideally, feeder routes should have been part of the assembly structure. But, well, I'm not going there, but we have a feeder route regional office. So I've contacted them. We have captured these culverts or these bridges and the route as one of the critical routes for this year. And my brief was that is awaiting approval from the ministry for the route to be worked on. And so to give clear timelines, my next follow-up is next week. I really want to take a pain to visit the ministry myself to further assess what is the way forward regarding these critical routes for this year. And so clearly I cannot give a clear timeline now, unless, of course, I update my information from the ministry that I can give you further details as to when work will start or work will complete on these critical routes.
Well, we are trying to find solutions, Mr. Abdullah Issa, and so if you cannot confirm a timeline from the ministry and the other authorities that you've reached out to, and you yourself say that you plan to visit them soon, how soon do you plan to visit them to escalate this matter? Because it's impeding healthcare and access to education. How soon do you intend to visit the ministry?
Yes, like I indicated, next week, God willing, I'll be in Accra. Okay. I'm really trying to book an appointment with the minister, Bruce, so that I can engage him on this route and other critical routes, so that I will have further and better information as to when my rules that are posing a lot of challenge to my people will be dealt with. And God willing, next week, probably Monday, Tuesday, I will be in Accra. Yes.
We shall be expecting you, Mr. Abdullah Issa. But let's get back to Ilyasu Tanko, and then we will wrap up. Ilyasu, so how are people actually commuting? Just to wrap this conversation. How are the people in that community commuting from their various points of operation?
Well, it's been a very difficult movement in the community and its localities, about 17 villages, I say. Because of the distraction, no vehicle is able to enter the community. They used to rely on these tricycles. Now it's almost impossible for tricycles to go there. And so the community members themselves are sometimes heavily now depending on bicycles, because this is the only means that can travel through these broken bridges. And it's also becoming very difficult to use, especially when the rain comes and the whole place becomes flooded. And so really a big situation for the members of the Kulgona area there, and 8 localities, 7 villages are almost trapped since the beginning of the rains in the northeast region here.
Thank you so much, Eliasu Tanko. And the MCE says he will be in Accra next week, and so we will await him and see how that goes. But we also have the youth leader joining us on Zoom. He is Albert Noble Achiri-Wuni. He's an opinion leader for Kulgona and also an advocate for quality for social services. Albert, thanks for joining the conversation. I'm sure you've heard that you've seen the reports and these 7 communities, how they're struggling to access education and healthcare. What, as a community leader, first, how does this sit with you and what are your efforts towards escalating this so the appropriate authorities can fix it as soon as possible?
Thank you very much for having me on your show this morning. As a youth leader and also an opinion leader, we are not sitting down. We are doing things in our own effort to remedy the situation. But just like the MT indicated, if it's beyond the district assembly, then our community will can't even come there. And it's really affecting life seriously. Just like Eliasu indicated earlier, if you look at the road, moving from Nalerigu to Kulgona, there's a river there, of which the bridge is washed out, that a car cannot cross.
Yeah.
Then within the community, there's also another river, of which the bridge has also been washed out. Now, if you look at them, you realize that in both sides of the river bank has been washed out. So the bridge is standing in the middle.
Yeah.
Water passes through the bridge and passes through the other side of the bridge. So it's really difficult for to make an attempt to even pass there. Now, what's happened is that at the chip center, anytime it's failure for somebody in a lift, it becomes difficult to cross that place. That route is also distorted from Nalerigu to Yinju to Chelpene. So if I'm in Ghana and I want to Nalerigu, then I have pass to Nanyeri to Gunteri and then take the Nalerigu route. Or I either have pass through Ghana, Nanyeri again to Nanshore, then through Napanduri and then go to Nalerigu. Unfortunately, those before the first people on the Nalerigu side, they can't cross the bridge within the community.
Well, Mr. Albert Noble Achiri-Wuni, we know the details of the situation. My question to you is, what are you doing about it as an opinion leader?
So what we did was that, seeing the situation that we cannot fix it by ourselves, we have reported to the district assembly, just like the MC indicated. We have also reported to the Member of Parliament, Alhaji Babatero Isifu. Before the collapse of the bridge, we saw the danger, and we quickly reported the situation. The information I have is that the MP filed a question in Parliament and then asked the road minister their plans concerning the road. I listened to him. The response was that the road has been given to a contractor. That we will soon see a contractor on the way, on the site. Up to now, we haven't seen any contractor around that site.
Do you know the name of the contractor? We
have not seen a contractor. So I'm a bit surprised the MC is indicating that they've given it to a contractor or they are planning to give out to a contractor. But the information we have is that that road has been awarded to a contractor more than 2 years or 3 years ago.
Okay.
But we've never seen a contractor on the site. Maybe it's an invisible contractor, but we don't know. But that is what we can do. What we can do is report the situation, advocate, and appeal to government and the right authorities to come to our aid. That's the little or the best we can do as a community.
Okay, please hold for me. The MC is still here on the line with us. Mr. Abdul Issa, you just heard this opinion leader say that there's no contractor, they've not seen a contractor, although you said it's been awarded to a contractor about 2 years ago. How do you respond to that? Abdullah Issa Chimsi, if you can hear me, please stop monitoring on your television and just communicate with me directly.
He understands. I think he said he understands that he was told the road is awarded. I think I didn't say that. I said my last checks with the agency, that is the Highways Authority, and that of feeder routes. Owing to the situation, the road is captured as one of the critical routes in the East Mamprusi municipality. And the report submitted to the Ministry of Roads, awaiting award or approval for award for a contractor to come to site to fix this road.
So it means that it has not yet been awarded.
Albert said, I have no idea of the road is on contract. I am now making my follow-ups to confirm and to be able to speak to it. So I am not aware of any contractor that has been, or that the road has been given to. Now we talk of the person has not been to site. No.
All right. So Albert, where are you getting this information from then?
This information is available that can be cross-checked.
Please speak up.
Member of Parliament, Alhaji Baba Sheru, you can contact him.
Okay.
He filed a question in Parliament. I think that was last year or so.
Okay.
Then the road minister by then indicated that the road has been given to a contractor. And he gave a vivid description of how the road was going to be constructed. It's not something that I am making it up. It can be cross-checked from the Member of Parliament and from Parliament.
All right, thank you so much. And we will do that. We'll run our checks and confirm all those. Albert Noble Achiriwuni is an opinion leader in Kulgona, and Abdullah Issa Chimsi is the MCE of East Mamprusi. We're also joined by Eliasu Tanko, from the Northern East region, bringing us those details on that bridge that is impeding access to education and healthcare in Mamprusi. There's more coming.